Welcome to the first official day of udder comparisons. Geez, look at this udder. Hello, are you guys all sleepy? She is definitely my favorite. Theodore is probably the best eater.
We were young and we were free and running, never bothered about what could be coming. Every day we danced and life was smiling. We were young and drunk in love.
Welcome to the first official day of udder comparisons. We've been waiting for an entire year since these two were born to see what their udders look like. They have two different dams, but the same sire. So we're gonna see what we see here. All right, make your judgments. Now, right off the bat, I can see that Duchess's is placed a little bit more under, whereas Wednesday's is a little further back and a little higher as well. So I'd definitely say Wednesday wins this. This is a nice udder. I really like this udder. It's really well attached. She's got really good side attachments holding it up. She's got really good rear udder height, really good teat placement as well. This is actually kind of like a perfect udder, especially for a first freshener. A lot of our first fresheners don't produce a lot of milk, don't have a lot of development, but she's perfect. Now her teats are smaller, but that's something that a lot of first fresheners have. They just have smaller teats, and then throughout the year they grow and develop. She's actually been really good with milking. I'm so surprised. I have to go kind of fast though. She's like definitely gonna start kicking when she finishes that grain. The first step is teaching them to be able to stand still with the grain. And then the next step is teaching them to, you know, stand still when there's no grain, which all my girls can do now, my older milkers, but that takes some time. It'll be nice because we'll be using the milking machine, so I don't have to hand milk all the time. That's a lot easier in training first fresheners, that's for sure. But geez, look at this udder. It's so perfect. So Wednesday's definitely a keeper. Wednesday's sticking around because she is so nice and proportionate. She's just like, she's so perfect in so many ways that she's definitely sticking around, and I can't wait to see her develop. And I'm so proud that she has our herd name. I'm so excited. So thank you to Lancelot for producing a really good udder. My hands are getting tired. It is hard to hand milk when you haven't done it in a long time. And she's starting to hold back for her babies. It's starting to slow down. Goats will hold back milk for their babies, and this is usually about the time that you stop because they're saving all that for their kids. They know that their kids are waiting. Put a little more out of that side. My left hand isn't as strong as my right, so I gotta make sure that I milked out evenly. Gotta get practice with that. Okay. Now for Duchess. Now Duchess is she's a whole story, because Duchess comes from Daphne's line that we kind of had a little bit of a blip in. Come here, scoot over.
Alright, it was too hard to try to explain things while also milking Duchess, so I'll just do it real quick on the screen. Duchess came about because we bred Daphne with Finnick. Finnick was a buck from Washington that had really good lines, but he was a little bit narrow, I noticed. But I didn't worry about it too much because all that matters is what he actually produces. When Daphne delivered her triplets, there actually were quintuplets, but two of them passed away. And while Finnick did throw some wide kids, one of them, Winona, was a little bit narrow, but that year I actually decided to keep both daughters, Shania and Winona, raise them up and see how they do. Unfortunately, Shania ended up being infertile. It wasn't really due to anything other than pure bad luck, but all I had left was Winona to breed. So I bred Winona to Lancelot, and after she kidded, I noticed she was still quite narrow. Just not a lot of room in the rump for a nice udder. And then we decided to keep Duchess, who was also a little bit narrow. Should have probably learned my lesson, but I thought, hey, maybe we got some improvement that I don't see right now from Lancelot. So here we are today with Duchess. She was bred to Pokey, who was really wide, so I'm hoping the kids are an improvement. Genetics are so hard. You try to make the best decisions on which babies to keep, and sometimes it's good, sometimes it's just kind of okay.
Let's just start. Let's just go, even if you're over there. This is she's like on the edge of the milking station here, the milking stand. Okay, first fresheners can be so weird She, for some reason, did not want me to milk on that side. We got it. We're back in business. So she has the same really soft udder and really soft teats, same as Wednesday. I really, really like that. Easy to milk in terms of like squeezing the milk out, but she just doesn't quite have the same attachments, or at least it's like sitting lower. It swings a lot more. So she's a high producer. Like I can see she has lots of volume, but that attachment isn't there. And the problem with that is over time, as that udder kind of sags more and more down, it's prone to injury. So that's why we bred her with Pokey, because Pokey has some really nice udders in his lineage, and we're hoping to improve that. But what is the future with Duchess? Now, you guys know I raised up these first fresheners for a year, and then I try to decide if I'm gonna keep them or not. Duchess is definitely, has always been for the last year, on the maybe she's gonna go list. And I just wasn't sure we were gonna get, you know, the width that I wanted, the udder that I wanted. And now that we have these kids, she happened to have 3 dolings. What are we gonna do with them? Am I gonna All right, you don't get to have it if you're gonna tip it over. Do I hope for improvement and raise up one of the kids? Or do I cut the line? Well, that's something I gotta decide. All right, I think we got about a cup or more than a cup, and so let's go feed the babies. Let's feed the girls first. Hello, are you guys all sleeping? They still need to have their mouths open, but they definitely are now officially trained to the bottle, which is so nice. Good job, Eleanor. Oh, the boys are crying. They're crying for their milk. Good girl. I love this hybrid method. I just finished an article on how I do it. This year has been so much more successful than previous years. So I have this method. I'm sticking to it, man. It is so good. They're fully trained to the bottle now. And we just have this routine. We milk the moms in the morning, we feed the babies, then they're with their babies all day, and then we separate again at night and we do the whole thing. And now they're just so friendly. Let's let Jeanette have some. Come here. Good job. She is definitely my favorite. I like her a lot. I like you. I always say another one's my favorite every day, but oh, I like her a lot. Okay, we'll let the girls out to play while we'll get the boys done. Now these boys are a lot better. They can take it by themselves. Good boy. There's Alvin. Let's show him how cute you are. Oh my gosh. Good job. Look how good you are. Just a minute. Gotta wait your turn. I've only got 1 bottle. Good job. Oh, you guys are good eaters. Okay, Simon's turn. Good job, Simon. Come show them how pretty you are. Wait a second. Wait a second. Simon is a slow eater. He's funny. He kind of like does slow eating. Takes forever. He still eats. He just is a slow sucker. You're slow, buddy. Theodore is probably the best eater. Watch out. Wait. He is a good eater. Aren't you? Oh my goodness. Man, that is so close. Look at that. I can hop right on. Let's see if you guys know the way back to your kids. Okay, let's go. Come on. Come down the ramp. I'll follow you. Go ahead. Okay. All right. All right, well, I know the babies are just gonna come out and this is gonna be chaos. Oh, okay, wait, no. I think they figured it out. We've got the 3, let's see if there's, yeah, those are, all right, you've got the 3 girls. So harsh, like, yeah. It's hat day now. It's hat time because it's too cold and there's too much work to do with baby goats to do my hair. But I had to tell you guys about an awesome deal happening right now at Blue Cactus Dairy Goats Soap. Crystal, my amazing, awesome good friend, is coming out with a Valentine's Day sale on her soaps. Her soaps are amazing. If you guys don't know, goat milk soap is really great for your skin. It's moisturizing, it has a lot of nutrients in it, it's pH balancing, and it's anti-inflammatory. So it's the perfect thing for your dry, cracked skin this season. I want to give her a big shout out. She works so hard on her soaps and they are amazing. I'll put the link down in the description. Be sure to snag these soaps while they're on sale. I have to film this because Kevin, it's sagging. Don't ever tell Kevin he can't do anything, because he'll do it. He got a good load of hay without having to use the trailer, and the only con was that it was embarrassing, but Kevin never gets embarrassed, so I guess. Oh, hey, you're wearing the shirt. Look, perfect shirt for today.
Yes.
He's a good man, Savannah. He takes care of my goats and brings hay, and I'm happy about it. They're happy too. They get so excited when you have new hay.
Yeah, they love you.
I feel so bad because these things are so heavy. I could never. Now the best hay is it's like the second cutting, right? So like May, June. So we usually wait till then and get a big load and try to stack it all up here in our little hay covering. But hey, this is pretty good too. You can stack it up under here. This is nice too because then the goats don't scare, or no, the dogs don't scare the goats. Stop that, reverse it. I think you got some on Casper.
I think so.
He doesn't care. You could do anything to Casper. He wouldn't care at all. He's the happiest dog in the whole world. It doesn't even matter what you do to him. He's just here for the ride.
Yep.
I have to say I've been really impressed with how these first-time mamas are handling first-time mamahood. I was out here just checking up on everybody, putting on some collars that have fallen off, and I decided, you know, hey, let's see if this board situation will work again, because they're so cute. They're totally gonna climb on it. Wednesday tried it out and declared that it was a no-no for her babies and promptly knocked it off and then walked on it. So I'm thinking we gotta bury more of those tires that we got and make a fun area that I guess is deemed safe for the moms. And while Duchess was pretty mean in the beginning, they've all figured out who their babies are and they're not too mean to the other kids. So we're doing good now, guys.